Unit 3 One Act Play Refund. Author Fritz Carenthi. Meaning disquieted, Disquieted. Disquieted means troubled, made uneasy, अस्वस्थ केले. Incredulously, Incredulously. Incredulously means without showing belief, अविश्वास दाखवणे. Damn it, DAMMIT. Expression of anger and criticism, राग दाखवणे, क्रोध व निंदा की अभिव्यक्ति. Absurd, ABSURD. Absurd means foolish, illogical, मूर्ख. Incompetent, INCOMPETENT. Incompetent means not efficient, अकार्यक्षम, नालायक. Fired, FIRED. Fired means dismissed, terminated, कामावरून काढून टाकणे. To speculate means to invest in stock for profit, लाभ मिळण्याकरता पैसे गुंतवणे. Quite broke, BROKE. Quite broke means completely penniless, पूर्ण कंगाल. Broker, BROKER. Broker means a person who buys and sells shares and bonds for others on commission. शेअर्स, बॉन्ड इत्यादी खरेदी विक्री करणारा दलाल. Obliged, OBLIGED. Obliged means thankful, आभारी, कृतज्ञ. Conciliatory tone, CONCILIATORY. Conciliatory tone, TONE, means friendly manner so as to arrive at compromise. मित्रतापूर्ण, मैत्रीपूर्व. Saunter, SAUNTER. Saunter means walk unhurriedly, हळूहळू चालणे. Get rid of means to be free of, त्यापासून सुटका होणे. Unprecedented, UNPRECEDENTED. Unprecedented means not happened before, आधी घडले नव्हते असे. To forbid, FORBID. To forbid means to prevent, stop, थांबवणे, रोखना. Fantastic, FANTASTIC. Fantastic means strange, चमत्कारिक. Distressing, DISTRESSING. Distressing means painful, दुःखदायक. Eccentricities means unusual behavior, विक्षिप्तपणा, अजीब बर्ताव. Drill, DRILL. Drill means give training, प्रशिक्षण देणे. Exaggerated, EXAGGERATED. Exaggerated means magnified, मोठ्या आकाराचा केला. Explode, EXPLODE. Explode means speak with a loud voice in anger, रागात जोराने बोलणे. चकल, CHUCKLE. Chuckle means quietly laugh, मंद हास्य. Conviction, CONVICTION. Conviction means belief, firm faith, विश्वास. Awkward, AWKWARD. Awkward means inconvenient, clumsy, गैरसोयीचा, असहज, असुविधाजनक. Pursued, PURSUED. Pursued means followed, went after, पाठलाग करणे. Crafty, CRAFTY. Crafty means cunning, धूर्त, कपटी. Sly, SLY. Sly means deceitful, DECITFUL. Deceitful or कपटी. By hook or crook means by fair means or foul means, येन केन प्रकारेण. Checkmate, CHECKMATE. Checkmate means defeat on his plans, एखाद्याला त्याच्या योजनेत अपयशी करणे. Pedagogical, PEDAGOGICAL. pedagogical means relating to teaching or education, अध्यापन शास्त्रासंबंधी. स्कॅन्डल मीन्स डिसग्रेसफुल डीड, घोटाळा, घपला. एन्काउंटर ENCOUNTERED, एन्काउंटर मीन्स मेट विथ, ज्यासोबत मुलाखत घेणे. प्रोसीड विथ PROCEED, प्रोसीड विथ मीन्स गो अहेड विथ, पुढे जाणे. श्रूड SHREWD, श्रूड मीन्स हॅव्हिंग साऊंड जजमेंट, शहाणा, चतुर. ट्रुकुलंट TRUCULENT, ट्रुकुलंट मीन्स व्हायोलंट, क्विक टू आर्ग्यू, हिंसक. इन्सोलंटली INSOLENTLY, इन्सोलंटली मीन्स इन्सल्टिंगली, ऑफेन्सिव्हली, उद्धटपणे, अवमाननापूर्वक. लोफर्स LOAFERS, लोफर्स मीन्स आयडलर्स, आळशी. ॲपर्टन्स APPERTAINS, ॲपर्टन्स मीन्स रिलेट्स, संबंध आहे. पॅट्रियार्कल PATRIARCHAL, पॅट्रियार्कल मीन्स रिस्पेक्टेबल एल्डर्स, सन्माननीय वरिष्ठ. श्रगिंग SHRUGGING, श्रगिंग मीन्स रेजिंग शोल्डर्स, खांदे उडवणे, कंधे उठाणा. मिडायवल MEDIEVAL, मिडायवल मीन्स ऑफ मिडल एजेस, AD 1100 to AD 1500. ह्युमॅनिस्ट HUMANISTS, ह्युमॅनिस्ट मीन्स दोज हू लिव्ह बाय रिझन रादर दॅन रिलिजन, मानवाचा स्वभाव किंवा मानवीय व्यवहारांचा अभ्यासक. टॅक्टफुल TACTFUL, टॅक्टफुल मीन्स स्किलफुल, कुशल. ॲप्रूव्ह ऑफ मीन्स ॲग्री टू, संमती झाले. वेव WAIVE, वेव मीन्स चूज नॉट टू इन्सिस्ट ऑन ए राईट ऑर क्लेम, हक्क सोडून देणे. हिचअप HITCH, हिचअप मीन्स टू पुल अप विथ ए जर्क, झटके से उठाना. एक्किम्बो AKIMBO, एक्किम्बो मीन्स विथ आर्म्स बेंट ॲट द एल्बोज अँड हँड्स ऑन द हिप्स, कोपर वर करून कमरेवर हात ठेवून. डिस्कन्सर्टेड DISCONCERTED, डिस्कन्सर्टेड मीन्स अपसेट, अनसेटल्ड, डिस्टर्ब्ड. ब्रिज गॅप मीन्स भगदाड. डिस्पेन्स विथ मीन्स डू विदाउट, वगळून करणे. कंकर CONCUR, कंकर मीन्स ॲग्री विथ, एकमत असणे, सहमत होणं. परसिव्हेरन्स PERSEVERANCE, परसिव्हेरन्स मीन्स कॉन्स्टंट एफर्ट इन स्पाइट ऑफ डिफिकल्टीज, चिकाटी, दृढता. नमस्कल NUMSKULL, नमस्कल मीन्स स्टुपिड, मूर्ख. 30 Years War means the ancient war between the Trojan and Greeks. Sling back SLINK, sling back means move back stealthily, लपत छपत परत गेले. Paralyzed PARALYSED, paralyzed means to have lost the powers of movement, दुर्बल झाले. Synthesize SYNTHESIZE, synthesize means combine, एकत्र आणणे, एकत्र करणार. Incessant INCESSANT, incessant means continuous, non-stop, सतत, अविरत. Combatant COMBATANT, combatant means fighter, लढाऊ, लढाकू. Siesta SIESTA, siesta means period of rest or sleep, विश्रांती किंवा झोपण्याची वेळ. Asle AISLE, asle means passage between rows of seats, खुर्च्यांचा ओळीच्या मधील जागा. Steeples STEEPLES, steeples means high towers over a church with spires. चर्चच्या छपराच्या वर जाणारा मनोरा. ऑप्टिकल इल्युजन मीन्स फॉल्स बिलीफ, आयडिया ऑन अकाउंट ऑफ व्हिजन, खोटा विश्वास. व्हिस्कर्ड बॅबून, WHISKERED, व्हिस्कर्ड बाबून, BABOON. व्हिस्कर्ड बाबून मीन्स ए मंकी विथ व्हिस्कर्स, कल्ले असलेले माकड. हिपोक्राइट, HYPOCRITE. Hypocrite means a person who claims to have beliefs or opinions that he or she does not really have. दांभिक, ढोंगी. Nitwit, NITWIT. Nitwit means a foolish person, मूर्ख व्यक्ति. Reprobate, REPROBATE. Reprobate means an immortal person, चरित्रहीन व्यक्ति. Imperturbably, IMPERTURBABLY. Imperturbably, calmly, without getting excited, शांततेने. Old stick in the mud means slow, stable, हळूहळू. Apperceptive, APPERCEPTIVE. Apperceptive means related to mind's perception of itself. दिमाग के आकलन संबंधी. पोलीहेड्रॉन, POLYHEDRON. पोलीहेड्रॉन इज मेनी हेडेड, अनेक पृष्ठभाग असलेली घनाकृती, बहुमुखी. नॉक ऑफ, KNOCK. नॉक ऑफ मीन्स डिडक्ट और रिड्यूस, कमी करणे, कम करना. समरी. Wasserkoff was a man of 40. Being inefficient and useless, he was fired from job to job. After having been dismissed from his last job, he was walking along the road. He met his friend, Lederer. On the way, Lederer was going to collect the money he had made speculating in foreign exchange. When Wasserkoff told him that he knew nothing about the foreign exchange, Lederer said that then he knew nothing in the world. He advised him to go back to his school and get the refund of his tuition fee. Lederer hurried away. Wasserkoff decided to go to his old school to get his money back, for he had learned nothing at school in exchange for the money he had paid. The principal was sitting at his desk in the office. Wasserkoff entered and introduced himself. He said that he was a former student of the school and that he had left it 18 years before. He explained that he had come to claim the refund of his tuition fee he had paid while at school. The principal was surprised and irritated at the man's strange demand. He asked him why he wanted the money. Wasserkoff replied with arrogance that he had not learned anything there and added that school had made an ass out of him. The principal asked him to go away as the demand was unjust. Wasserkoff insisted that the money should be paid and refused to go away. He also said that he should be given another examination. If he failed in it, he should get back his money. The principal then asked him to wait in the waiting room as he had to consult his staff. The principal called an urgent meeting of the members of the staff and explained to them about the Wasserkoff's strange demand. He also informed that Wasserkoff wanted to be re-examined. He warned that if he failed, he would place them in an awkward position. Therefore, he must not fail. They should not make their questions very difficult. They should remember that they were dealing with a sly, crafty individual who was trying to get his money back by hook or crook. The mathematics master, physics master, geography master and history master all agreed with the principal. After much discussion, they finally decided to hold a re-examination. They also decided to ask very easy questions so that the man should pass. He would then resist from asking for refund. The principal called Wasserkopf and the teachers began the examination. The history master was the first to test Wasserkopf. He asked him how long the 30 years war lasted. Wasserkopf found it difficult to answer. The physics master whispered to him 30 years. The geography master held up 10 figures 3 times to indicate the answer. Wasserkopf got angry and said that the masters were trying to make him cheat. The history master repeated the question and Wasserkopf answered that the 30 years war lasted 7 meters. The history master said that it was an excellent answer as it was based on the modern relativity theory. The mathematics master explained that Einstein had taught that time was as real as the space and matter. The mass system could be reduced to a unit and a year might be represented by a meter or 7 years by 7 meters. The history master elaborated saying that the actual warfare took place only during half of the day and 30 years become 15. The fighters had to eat, have siestas and peaceful diversions. Deducting these hours would leave only 7 years represented by 7 meters. The masters declare him passed in the history test. It was the physics master's turn to test Wasserkopf. He asked if clocks in the church steeples really become smaller as one walked away from them or if they merely appear to become smaller because of the optical illusion. Wasserkopf became very angry at the question and said that master was an ass. He added that that was his answer. The physics master said the answer was brilliant. He went on to explain that when one looked at an ass, it always had a sad look. In fact, everyone was sad because they were victims of illusion. The ass experienced sadness because objects appeared to become smaller as it moved away from them. The physics master appreciated Wasserkopf's answer because the ass senses were deceptive and the clocks became smaller due to optical illusion. He gave a very good in physics to the candidate. After the history and physics test, the geography master gave Wasserkopf the test in the geography. He asked him to tell him which city of the same name was capital of the German province of Brunswick. Wasserkopf scoffed at the question because he said that answer was part of the question. When the geography master asked him to say it, Wasserkopf said that it was same. The geography master confirmed saying that the answer was correct and praised the candidate's exceptional knowledge of history. The geography master congratulated Wasserkopf on his correct answer that the capital of the Brunswick was the same and granted him excellent in geography. The geography master went on to explain that there was a legend that once as the emperor of Barbarossa was riding into the city, he met a young peasant girl who was munching a bun and whose mouth was full. He called out to her, "God bless you. What is the name of the city?" And the peasant girl answered, "Same to you, sir." Then she stopped because her mouth was full and emperor believed that the name of the city was same. The emperor referred to Brunswick by that title for many years. The mathematics master had two questions to ask Wasserkopf. One was easy but the other difficult. First, he asked the easy question, if the speed of the light was represented by x and the distance of the star Sirius from the sun by y, what was the circumference of a 109-sided regular polyhedron whose surface area coincided with that of the hip pocket of the state railway employee. Hearing such a difficult question, the principal and other members of the staff tried to stop the mathematics master, but he stuck to his question. Wasserkopf replied that the answer was 2629 liters. The mathematics master said that the answer was wrong and added that the correct answer was 2628 liters. Then he turned to the principal and said that he refused to pass the candidate. He also said that the candidate's demand for a refund was reasonable. Their school being reputed, they should not injure its reputation. Then he asked Wasserkopf how much the school owed him. Wasserkopf calculated all the expenses he incurred during the 6 years he was at the school and said that the amount came to 5,628 crowns and 38 heller. The mathematics master said that the answer was correct and that was his difficult question. He certified that the candidate had passed the mathematics test. The principal then read out the result and declared Wasserkopf passed. He called the servant and asked him to throw out Wasserkopf. The servant caught hold of him and rushed him out. The principal thanked the masters for their cooperation. पैसे वापस करना सारांश। वासरकोफ 40 वर्षीय एक आदमी था। अयोग्य व नालायक होने के कारण उसे एक नौकरी से दूसरी तक निकाला गया था। अपने अंतिम नौकरी से बर्खास्त होने के बाद वह सड़क से जा रहा था। रास्ते में उसे उसका दोस्त लेडरर मिला। लेडरर विदेशी मुद्रा की बिक्री से मिले पैसे लेने जा रहा था। जब वासरकोफ ने उसे कहा कि वह विदेशी विनिमय के बारे में कुछ नहीं जानता, लेडरर ने कहा कि तो फिर वह दुनिया में कुछ भी नहीं जानता। उसने उसे उसके स्कूल जाने और उसके ट्यूशन फीस वापस लाने की सलाह दी। लेडरर जल्दी से चला गया। वासरकोफ ने अपने पुराने स्कूल में जाकर अपने पैसे वापस लेने का निश्चय किया, क्योंकि उसने अपने चुकाए हुए पैसे के बदले में स्कूल में कुछ भी नहीं सीखा था। प्रिंसिपल अपने ऑफिस में अपनी कुर्सी पर बैठा था। वासरकोफ ने प्रवेश किया और अपना परिचय दिया। उसने कहा कि वह स्कूल का एक भूतपूर्व छात्र था और कहा कि उसने इसे 18 वर्ष पहले छोड़ा था। उसने समझाया कि वह अपने ट्यूशन फीस की वापसी का दावा करने के लिए आया था, जो उसने स्कूल में रहते समय अदा किया था। आदमी की विचित्र मांग पर प्रिंसिपल आश्चर्यचकित और क्रुद्ध था। उसने उससे पूछा कि उसे पैसे क्यों चाहिए। वासरकोफ ने उदंडता से जवाब दिया कि उसने वहां कुछ भी नहीं सीखा और आगे कहा कि स्कूल ने उसे गधा बना दिया। प्रिंसिपल ने उससे दूर जाने को कहा क्योंकि मांग अनुचित थी। वासरकोफ ने जिद किया कि पैसा वापस मिलना ही चाहिए और जाने से मना कर दिया। उसने यह भी कहा कि उसे एक और परीक्षा देना चाहिए। यदि वह इसमें अनुत्तीर्ण हुआ, उसे उसके पैसे वापस मिलने चाहिए। तब प्रिंसिपल ने उसे प्रतीक्षा कक्ष में इंतजार करने को कहा, क्योंकि उसे अपने स्टाफ से सलाह मशविरा करना था। प्रिंसिपल ने स्टाफ के सदस्यों की एक आकस्मिक सभा बुलाई और उन्हें वासरकोफ की विचित्र मांग के बारे में बताया। उसने उन्हें यह भी बताया कि वासरकोफ फिर से परीक्षा देना चाहता था। उसने चेताया कि यदि वह अनुत्तीर्ण हुआ, वह उन्हें कठिन दशा में रखेगा, इसलिए उसने अनुत्तीर्ण नहीं होना चाहिए। उन्होंने उसके प्रश्न काफ़ी कठिन नहीं बनाएंगे। उन्हें ध्यान में रखना चाहिए कि वे एक ऐसे चतुर धूर्त व्यक्ति से सामना कर रहे थे जो सच्चाई या छल से अपने पैसे वापस लेने की कोशिश कर रहा था। गणित के शिक्षक, भौतिकी के शिक्षक, भूगोल के शिक्षक व इतिहास के शिक्षक सभी प्रिंसिपल से सहमत थे। काफ़ी चर्चा के बाद उन्होंने अंत में एक पुनर्परीक्षा रखने का निश्चय किया। उन्होंने काफ़ी आसान प्रश्न पूछने का भी निश्चय किया ताकि आदमी पास हो जाए, तब उसे पैसे वापस मांगने से रोक सकेंगे। प्रिंसिपल से वासरकोफ को अंदर बुलाया और शिक्षकों ने परीक्षा शुरू की। वासरकोफ की परीक्षा सबसे पहले लेने वाले इतिहास के शिक्षक थे। उसने उससे पूछा कि 30 वर्षीय युद्ध कितना लंबा चला था। वासरकोफ को उत्तर देना कठिन लगा। भौतिक के शिक्षक ने उसे धीरे से बुदबुदाया, 30 वर्ष। भूगोल के शिक्षक ने उत्तर का दर्शाने के लिए उसे 10 उंगलियों को 3 बार उठाया। वासरकोफ क्रोधित हो गया और कहा कि शिक्षकगण उसे धोखा करवाने की कोशिश कर रहे थे। इतिहास के शिक्षक ने प्रश्नों को फिर से पूछा और वासरकोफ ने उत्तर दिया कि 30 वर्षीय युद्ध 7 मीटर तक चला। इतिहास के शिक्षक ने कहा कि यह काफ़ी उत्तम जवाब था, क्योंकि यह आधुनिक गतियों के आपसी संबंध सिद्धांत पर आधारित था। गणित के शिक्षक ने समझाया कि आइंस्टाइन ने सिखाया कि समय उतना ही असली है जितना अंतर व पदार्थ। वस्तुमान पद्धति एक यूनिट बन सकती है और एक वर्ष को शायद 1 मीटर द्वारा दर्शाया जा सकता है। इस स्थिति में 7 वर्षों को 7 मीटर द्वारा। इतिहास के शिक्षक ने यह कहते हुए विस्तार से बताया कि असली युद्ध प्रत्येक दिन में केवल आधे दिन के दौरान ही हुआ था और 30 वर्ष 15 वर्ष बन गए। योद्धाओं को खाना पड़ा था, अल्पनिद्रा लेना पड़ता था और शांतिपूर्ण खेल खेलना पड़ता था। इन घंटों को घटाने के बाद केवल 7 वर्ष बचेंगे, जिसे 7 मीटर द्वारा दर्शाया गया। शिक्षकों ने उसे इतिहास की परीक्षा में उत्तीर्ण घोषित किया। अब वासरकोफ की परीक्षा लेने के लिए भौतिक के शिक्षक की बारी थी। उसने पूछा, यदि चर्च के मीनार की घड़ी सही में छोटी हो गई क्योंकि कोई उसे दूर ले गया या केवल दृष्टि संबंधी माया के कारण छोटा हुआ दिखता है। वासरकोफ प्रश्न पर काफ़ी क्रोधित हुआ और कहा कि शिक्षक एक गधा है। उसने आगे कहा कि वह उसका उत्तर था। भौतिक के शिक्षक ने कहा कि उत्तर श्रेष्ठ था। उसने आगे समझाया कि जब कोई एक गधे की तरफ देखता है, यह हमेशा दुखी प्रतीत होता है। दरअसल सभी लोग दुखी थे क्योंकि वे माया के शिकार थे। गधे ने दुख का अनुभव किया क्योंकि उनसे दूर जाने पर गधे को वस्तु छोटी होती दिखाई देती थी। भौतिक के शिक्षक ने वासरकोफ के उत्तर की प्रशंसा की क्योंकि गधे की चेतनाएं मायावी थी और दृष्टिभ्रम के कारण घड़ी छोटी हो गई। उसने भौतिक में शास्त्र को काफ़ी अच्छा कहा दिया। इतिहास व भौतिक की परीक्षा के पश्चात भूगोल के शिक्षक ने वासरकोफ की भूगोल की परीक्षा ली। उसने उसे यह बताने को कहा कि वह कौन सा नाम वाला शहर था जो जर्मन प्रोविंस और ब्रंसविक की राजधानी थी। वासरकोफ ने प्रश्न पर आक्षेप किया क्योंकि उसने कहा कि उत्तर प्रश्न का एक भाग था। जब भूगोल के शिक्षक ने उसे बताने को कहा, वासरकोफ ने कहा कि यह सेम था। भौतिक के शिक्षक ने प्रमाणित करते हुए कहा कि उत्तर सही था और छात्र के इतिहास के अलौकिक ज्ञान की प्रशंसा की। 7. भूगोल के शिक्षक ने छात्र को उसके सही उत्तर पर बधाई दी और भूगोल में उसे श्रेष्ठ दिया। भूगोल के शिक्षक ने समझाया कि एक पौराणिक कथा थी कि एक बार महाराजा बारबेरोसा शहर में सवारी कर रहा था। वह एक युवा देहाती लड़के से मिला जो एक पावरेठी खा रही थी और उसका मुंह भरा हुआ था। उसने उससे कहा, ईश्वर तुम्हें आशीर्वाद दे, इस शहर का नाम क्या है? और देहाती लड़के ने उत्तर दिया, सेम टू यू सर, आपको भी श्रीमान। फिर वह रुक गई क्योंकि उसका मुंह भरा हुआ था और महाराजा ने विश्वास किया कि शहर का नाम सेम था। महाराजा ने ब्रंसविक को इस शीर्षक द्वारा कई वर्षों तक सूचित किया। गणित के शिक्षक के पास वासरकोफ से पूछने के लिए दो प्रश्न थे। एक आसान था लेकिन दूसरा कठिन। पहले उसने आसान सवाल पूछा, यदि प्रकाश की गति द्वारा वर्णित थी और सूर्य से सिरियस नक्षत्र की दूरी द्वारा वर्णित थी, तो 109 भुजा वाले बहुभुज क्षेत्र की परिधि क्या थी, जिसके पृष्ठभाग का क्षेत्रफल राज्य रेलवे कामगार की पिछली जेब के अनुरूप था। इतना कठिन प्रश्न सुनने के पश्चात प्रिंसिपल तथा स्टाफ के अन्य सदस्यों ने गणित के शिक्षक को रोकने की कोशिश की, लेकिन वह अपने प्रश्न पर अड़ा रहा। वसरकोफ ने उत्तर दिया 2629 लीटर। गणित के शिक्षक ने कहा कि उत्तर गलत था। आगे कहा कि सही उत्तर था 2628 लीटर। फिर वह प्रिंसिपल की ओर मुड़ा और कहा कि छात्र की पैसा वापसी की मांग उचित थी। उनकी स्कूल जानी मानी होने के कारण उन्होंने उसकी प्रसिद्धि को आहत नहीं करना चाहिए। फिर उसने वासरकोफ से पूछा कि स्कूल उसका कितने का ऋणी था। वासरकोफ ने स्कूल में रहते 6 साल लगाए थे और उसका सभी खर्चों का हिसाब किया और कहा 5682 क्राउन और 38 हेलर की रकम आती थी। गणित के शिक्षक ने कहा कि उत्तर सही था और वह उसका कठिन प्रश्न था। उसने प्रमाणित किया कि छात्र ने गणित की परीक्षा पास कर ली। तब प्रिंसिपल ने रिजल्ट पढ़ा और वासरकोफ को पास घोषित किया। उसने नौकर को बुलाया और उससे वासरकोफ को बाहर करने को कहा। नौकर ने उसे पकड़ा और उसे बाहर कर दिया। प्रिंसिपल ने शिक्षकों को उनके सहयोग के लिए धन्यवाद दिया। क्वेश्चंस एंड आंसर्स। Answer the following questions in about 75 words each. Question 1. Why did Wasserkoff want his tuition fees back? Or question 2. Why did Wasserkoff insist that the principal conduct a re-examination? Or question 3. Why was the principal surprised and perplexed? Answer. Wasserkoff was fired from job to job as he was inefficient and useless. His friend Federer advised him to go back to his school and ask for the refund of the tuition fee he had paid. So Wasserkoff met the principal and demanded the refund as he had learned nothing at school in exchange for the fee and he paid. Wasserkoff further said that the school had made an incompetent ass out of him. They took his money and taught him nothing. He was no good for anything because he was taught badly. He insisted that the school should conduct a re-examination for him, and if he failed in it, he should get his money back. The principal was surprised and perplexed at the man's strange demand. Question 4. What did Wasserkoff greet the teachers in beginning of the play and why? Answer. Wasserkoff greeted the teachers very rudely and angrily, using uncivilized words at the beginning of the re-examination. He called them loafers and long-eared asses. He mocked the history teacher, saying that he was a numbskull. The physics master referred to as an ass, a whisked baboon, and cannibal. He insulted the geography master with the phrases like the old hypocrite, a nitwit, and an old reprobate. He addressed the mathematics teacher as the same old stick in the mud. Wasserkoff believed that his teachers had taught him nothing or they taught him badly. This was the reason for his greeting the teachers without civility or politeness. Question 5. How did the mathematics teacher prove Wasserkoff to be an excellent student? Or question 6. How did the mathematics master trick Veserkov into giving a right answer? Answer. The mathematics teacher had two questions to ask Veserkov. One was easy, but the other was difficult. First, he asked the easy question. If the speed of the light was represented by x and the distance of the star Sirius by y, what was the circumference of a 109-sided regular polyhedron whose surface area coincided with that of the hip pocket of the state railway employee? Veserkov's answer was wrong. Now the mathematics teacher asked him how much the school owed him. Veserkov calculated the expenses of 6 years at the school and said that it was 5,682 crowns and 38 heller. The mathematics teacher said that the answer was correct and that was his difficult question. Thus the mathematics teacher tricked Veserkov into giving the right answer and proved him to be an excellent student. Question 7. How did the history teacher justify the Veserkov's answer? Answer. When the history teacher asked Veserkov of the how long the 30 years war lasted, he answered that it lasted 7 meters. The teacher said that it was an excellent answer as it was based on the modern relativity theory. Einstein had taught that time was as real as space and matter. The mass system could be reduced to a unit, and a year might be represented by a meter or 7 years or by 7 meters. The history teacher elaborated saying that the actual warfare took place only during the half of each day, and 30 years becomes 15. The fighters had to eat, have a siesta and peaceful diversion. Deducting these hours should leave only 7 years represented by the 7 meters. Thus the history teacher justified Veserkov's answer. Question 8. How did the physics teacher justify the Veserkov's answer? Answer. The physics teacher asked Veserkov if clocks in church steeples really became smaller as one walked away from them, or if they merely appeared to become smaller because of the optical illusion. Veserkov became very angry at the question and said that the teacher was an ass. He added that was his answer. The physics teacher said that answer was brilliant. He explained that when one looked at an ass, it always had a sad look. In fact, everyone was sad because they were victims of illusion. The ass experienced sadness because objects appeared to become smaller as it moved away from them. This was due to an optical illusion. Thus the physics teacher justified Veserkov's answer. Question 9. How did the geography teacher prove Veserkov's answer to be correct? Answer. The geography teacher asked Veserkov to tell him which city of the same name was the capital of German province of Brunswick. Veserkov scoffed at the question, saying that the answer was a part of the question, as same was the capital of the Brunswick. The geography teacher appreciated Veserkov's exceptional knowledge of history. He went on to explain that there was a legend about Emperor Barbarossa. Once the emperor was riding into the city, he met a peasant girl who was munching a bun and her mouth was full. He called out to her, "God bless you. What is the name of this city?" The peasant girl answered, "Same to you, sir." Then she stopped because her mouth was full and the emperor believed that the name of the city was same. Thereafter, the name stuck to the capital city. Thus, the geography teacher proved Veserkov's answer to be correct. Question 10. How did the teacher save the reputation of the school? Answer. In order to save the reputation of the school, the teachers were determined to pass Vasurkov in the re-examination. If he failed, they would be in an awkward position. They knew that they were dealing with a sly, crafty individual who would try to get the better of them and his money back by hook or by crook. The teachers remained united to prevent him from failing because his failure would mean his success. Moreover, if he failed, the next day there would be two more pupils and the next day a dozen. Therefore, they did not make their question too difficult. Whatever answer he gave were treated as correct and teachers justified them. In the end, Vasarkov passed and the reputation of the school was saved. Very short answer questions. Answer the following questions in one or two sentences each. Question 1. Who was Vasarkov? Answer. Vasarkov was jobless, unlucky man of the 40. He was a former pupil of the school. Question 2. What did Vasarkov demand from the principal? Answer. Vasarkov demanded from the principal the refund of the tuition fees. Question 3. Who gave Vasarkov the idea of getting a refund from the school? Answer. Lederer gave Vasarkov the idea of getting a refund from the school. Question 4. What was the principal's reaction to the former pupil's demand? Answer. The principal's reaction to the former pupil's demand was that it was unprecedented, incredible and fantastic. It was an absurd idea which he had never heard before. Question 5. Whom did Vasarkov call a numbskull? Answer. The Vasarkov called the history master a numbskull. Question 6. How many questions did the mathematics master ask Vasarkov? Answer. The mathematics master asked Vasarkov 2 questions. Question 7. What was the difficult question asked by the mathematics professor? Answer. The difficult question asked by the mathematics professor was how much the school owed Vasarkov. Question 8. Why did the principal congratulate his colleagues? Answer. The principal congratulated his colleagues for saving the reputation of the school. Question 9. What, according to the principal, will be the school's proudest boast? Answer. According to the principal, the school's proudest boast will be that in their school a pupil simply could not fail. Chapter complete.